My dear friends, let's have analysis of our Prime Minister's address to the nation on June 13th. Number one, our Prime Minister compared to many other nations India and said that India is in a stable situation regarding COVID-19. Let's have a reality check. India has the fourth highest number of COVID-19 cases in the world. The graph, which is there in our world in data, shows the steep upward trajectory of India's COVID-19 curve, which is nowhere close to flattening. In spite of this, testing is taking place at a shockingly slow pace. The graphs in our world in data shows that per 1,000 people COVID test is below 5% till June 2020. Second, our PM decision like a timely lockdown saved a lot of lives. He openly claimed about it. Let's have a reality check on it. Since the advent of the crisis, the government decision making has lacked foresight and even a basic understanding of the problems at hand. First, a nationwide lockdown was implemented with no warning, forcing thousands of migrant workers to walk back home. This was dubbed the strictest lockdown in the world with a stringency index score of 100, which was developed by Oxford University. Not only was the lockdown poorly executed, India entered a phase of unlock at a time when cases were rising at a startling rate. No other country relaxed its lockdown when cases were rising stiffly. As a result, India has plunged into a deeper crisis. Now, Congress leader Shri Rahul Gandhi has already highlighted about the flawed result of the lockdown on June 5th. But our Prime Minister never bothered to pay a heed on it. Number third, now our Prime Minister of our country says over 80 crore people were given free ration for 3 months, in a way over 2.5 times the population of United States, 12 times the population of the United Kingdom and double the population of the European Union was given free ration by our government. But let's have a reality check again on the statement. Comparing the population numbers with countries like UK is a desperate attempt to make the numbers look laudable. The very reason extraordinary measures have been undertaken to feed the hungry and provide relief is because the government hastily implemented a draconian lockdown without any warning and without any welfare measures in first place. Save Life Foundation, which is an organization, reported that 42 migrant workers have died in a road accident during the lockdown period between March 24 and May 3rd. These are the estimates put together by activists and NGOs around the country, as the government is unwilling to acknowledge the death toll resulting from the lockdown. On May 18th, 16 migrant workers walking home to Madhya Pradesh were run over and killed by a goods train near Aurangabad, while the government has avoided acknowledging lockdown-related death. Activists around the country have found that over 300 people died due to factors arising out of the lockdown through starvation, exhaustion and suicide due to loss of income. For instance, in a tragic incident, you all are aware, a woman migrant worker returning from Gujarat to her home state of Bihar died on arriving at railway station due to dehydration and exhaustion. Let's come to number fourth. Our Prime Minister has decided to extend Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Anna Yojana up to November end. Let's have a reality check on this also. As far back as April, Congress President Srimati Sonia Gandhi ji had urged PM Modi to extend the provision for free ration for additional month, but he never paid a heed. But in such last minute announcement only serves a PR exercise and should have been made this kind of announcement much earlier to ease people's mind. While the scheme has been extended, it failed to reach beneficiary efficiently in the last few months. According to the latest report put out by Standard Workers Action Network, Their survey found out that 80% of the people who reached out to them in distress had not received any ration from the government. Let's come to number 5. Our Prime Minister has claimed over 90,000 crore rupees will be spent on this extension of Prime Minister Garib Kalyan Anna Yojana. Now again, let's have a reality check on this statement. The government is making tall claims, bluffing around, but expenditure on providing rations. These claims about excessive expenditure ring hollow when the Food Corporation of India has been holding on to some highest amount of excess stock in recent times. According to data put out by Food Corporation of India on June 1st, it had 104 million tons of food grains. Further, a report published in the scroll observed that excess stock has also been going to waste. According to the analysis which is there in newspaper, between January 1st to May 1st, the stock of rice and wheat that was not readily issuable, which included partially spoilt as well as damaged grain, increased from 77 lakh tons to 71 lakh tons. This is partially because the FCI is holding more stock than is in the norm. Moreover, the above, moreover the figure shows that whatever was entitlement, it was double the entitlement of the distribution. If if we have another reality check, the government should distribute ration grains as equal to FCI, but government never do that. Rather, the Prime Minister Gram Kalyan Anna Yojana has distributed less than Food Security Act, that is 43 lakh tons. They have distributed, the current government had distributed only 26 lakh tons in April and 20 lakh tons in May. Come to number 6 point, where our Prime Minister says that people are not maintaining social distancing, not wearing mask, and they are breaking the laws and regulation of social distancing and wearing the mask. Let's have a reality check. Social distancing and precaution were ignored at the BJP office in Bhopal itself when Shivraj Singh Chauhan ji returned to CM. Post was celebrated on March 2020. And again in UP, Uttar Pradesh CM Aditya Nath went on to ignore the PM's lockdown announcement by heading to Ayodhya on March 25-20. Now let's see what the PM did not talk about in his 16-minute speech on 30th June. He did not make any clarification about the situation at the border since his last address. He avoided mentioning the so-called rupees 20 lakh crore economic package he announced last time. There was no mention of direct cash transfer for the poor people to help them to tide over the crisis. The Congress has been urging the government for months to transfer 7,500 to 10,000 rupees to be transferred in the accounts of the poor, but the government never listened to it.